Hey guys, it's Sam, and today in this video we are going to be dicing and canning tomatoes. So what you seen me there was I washed them first and I'm boiling them so the skin is easier to peel. I do not like leaving my skins on. So I know some people do, I personally don't. So you can see it's got to have a nice crack in it. You don't want it to be not cooked enough because then it'll be a little harder to peel. This batch here, I'm doing a half bushel, which is 25 pounds. Once all my tomatoes have been boiled and I let them sit a bit so it's easier to handle, I am just going to peel them all, exactly what you see here. And I also take the centers out. Once they're peeled, I'm going to be chopping them up and putting them into a pot. I did this in 2 batches. I just didn't feel like using my massive pot for this. The reason why I'm going to cook it a little bit is it helps release a bit of liquid and also air bubbles when you jar them. This year I had some little helpers, so this made the process a lot faster. So now that I filled my pot, I put it on for about 15 minutes. Probably could have used a little longer, but I was a little impatient. So now I am filling up my quarts. Now you can see I have quarts and pints, and that is because I wasn't too sure how many jars this batch was gonna fill. So they both take 15 minutes, so if I had to mix them, it'd be fine. So now I'm just releasing the air to see if I need to add more to the jars to fill them properly. I then decided to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to each jar, which is totally optional. And now I am wiping the rims with vinegar to make sure it'll have a nice seal once I add the lids, fingertip tight. And not to forget, warm jars have to go into warm water. Now I'm going to be adding my 4 liters to my canner and a splash of vinegar. I actually did this in 2 separate batches, so you'll see me unloading both of them back to back, but I did this in 2 different batches because I ended up getting 6 quarts and 6 pints. Now I'm putting the lid on and fastening it all tight, and then I'm going to let it vent for, once it comes to boil, it'll vent out for 10 minutes, as you can see. And now I'm going to bring it to 10 pounds of pressure for 15 minutes. And like I said earlier, here is the first batch that is done. And now my second batch. This all cost me $8.88 to make this many cans of diced tomatoes, which I think is a pretty good savings. So here they all are. I always double check the seal to make sure they all have a great seal once they're cooled, and that's it. If you like more of these videos, subscribe.